Grand Rising. I need black folks to understand that we're constantly under attack globally, not just in America. Black men are especially targeted for mass incarceration in America and for destruction around the world. Our young black juveniles are being turned into delinquents. They're being outfitted with guns to basically form gangs, not just in America, all across the world. They are used in coups against governments. They are used in our own community here in America to destroy the community. We have to be aware of their tactics. We have to start using critical thinking to understand these people want to designate our destiny. We have to take hold of our own destiny. I know black women sometimes feel attacked when we talk about what you guys need to do, but I need y'all to understand that feminism is a creation of white women. And feminism, white feminism, is protected and supported by the structural system in place, which gives white women the liberty to do every fucking thing that they want, which you don't have. Through no fault of your own, you're not protected as white women. But please understand, as many of you think that you have choices, to a certain degree you do. However, your choices are limited. 99.9% of y'all would be married to men that are 6'2" or above and making 6 or 7 figures if you truly had a choice. You understand? You don't get to pick like that. That's why I need y'all to really rise above the fray and stop choosing men that are running out on you. Stop choosing men, the same men that are having 10, 12, 11, 13 kids by 13 different women. And then you want to wait around for a good man to come along and take on the burden of your past mistakes. That is not fair to the men who are providers, who are good men, who are family men, who are good natured. We have to take hold of our future, our community. These people have used every mechanism to destroy us, whether it's our music, hip hop, the healthcare system, bad food, poor education. We are constantly under attack, but a lot of y'all seem to think life is going accordingly. No, it is a dysfunction and we are normalizing it because it's been forced down our throats. We need to wake up. We need to understand their tactics and we need to do better. Please understand that. Grand Rising. Dr. King said, a riot is the voice of the unheard. Black folks, when they want their voices heard, they usually do it within their own community because that's where they're restricted to. The U.S. government usually sends the National Guard to quell the situation, to keep us muted. You understand? When this happens overseas in countries like Somalia, the Sudan, Congo, or Haiti, they send their army, their Marines, to keep those people muted, as they are doing now to Haiti under the false pretense that they want the Marines to go and protect the U.S. Embassy in Haiti. I hope they get their asses handed to them. Today's a good day to go live, so in about an hour, I'm going to go live to talk about TikTok, the ban on TikTok, and everything else that America has used a veil to pretend that democracy actually exists in this country. We know nothing about democracy, but we know everything about exploitation, oppression, and subjugation. I'll be live in about an hour. Come through. Grand Rising. My efforts to unite black people are never going to stop. You understand? First, let's address reparations, right? Reparations can only be gotten if black people united. We cannot individually go after independent nations like America, England, France, the Dutch. It has to be done collectively because slavery was global. All the colonizers colluded to make slavery happen on a global level. You understand what I'm saying? Black people in the West were captured illegally. The people who captured our ancestors receive reparations. We have never received reparations because we don't understand international laws. These people have to be tried in a tribunal, international tribunal. You understand? The Jews have managed to gain reparations from Germany, Austria, America, and so many other nations because they understand the law. They come together, they unite to fight for their reparations. We have not done that. African Americans are going after the U.S. Haitians are going after France. Jamaica, Barbados, and the rest of them are going after England. You cannot do that. You have to do it collectively. One of the main reasons why Johnny Cochran was murdered was because Johnny Cochran was going to file lawsuit, not just on behalf of African Americans, but on behalf of black people. You understand? He understood what it took for us to get reparations. That's why they murdered him. They're telling you he died of cancer. No. Cancer has been used as a killing agent. And what happens, because we know it's a deadly disease, we automatically accept that people get killed by cancer is just a natural death. It's bullshit. Bob Marley was injected with cancer. You understand? Hugo Chavez was killed with cancer. Go look up the CIA files. So you can learn how these people use cancer as an agent to kill people that they don't like. You understand what I'm saying? We have to go above them. We have to basically peel the layers to understand the demonic nature of these people. Until we do that, we're not going to get anywhere. And first of all, we must unite. We must understand we have the same struggle, the same strife, the same fight. If we don't do that, if we don't come together and understand different laws, different rules of engagement, set up by them, we're never going to win. These people are afraid of black people being repaired. That's when reparation comes in. You understand what I'm saying? Because once we are repaired, then we are a threat to the entire world. Everybody else that they have wronged have received reparations except us. You understand? That's because they understand once we have been repaired as a people, we're unstoppable.
This is what happens when you go live and you start telling the truth. This is why I need y'all to support freeblackworld.com. You cannot come on their site and speak the truth. And right now, TikTok is trying to stay in America. So, of course, they're going to ban anybody that's telling the truth because that's what these white people have told them to do.
If you have never shared one of my videos, I'm going to need you to share this one because this needs to get out to black folks. Not only is the world enamored by black culture, but black culture and black people have enhanced the world, have enhanced their world. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine soccer without Pelé. Imagine basketball without Michael Jordan or LeBron. Imagine football without Michael Vick. Imagine a world without Michael Jackson, Prince, and all the other great black talents in the world. Imagine their museums in England, the Louvre in Paris, without black artifacts. They have a bland fucking culture. You understand what I'm saying? So they praise us, but don't want us to know how we're being praised. And we don't know how to praise ourselves. Just imagine TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, without the ingenuity and talent of black people. There would be the most bland social media sites ever. You understand what I'm saying? So your presence is building them wealth. Your presence is entertaining them. Your talent is building conglomerates for them. Without us, this world does not go round, period. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like I'm telling you something you don't know. All you have to do is pull up the old footage of the NBA before black people were allowed to play in the NBA. Go watch them. These motherfuckers were dribbling with one hand. Go watch their old football footage. They weren't no Michael Vicks. You understand what I'm saying? You could go watch their music videos. Everything that they do, fucking bland. Understand your value. We got to build our own site.
We got to build our own everything because they keep using our talent, exploiting us to build their wealth, to build their popularity, to build everything that they own. They use us. But too many of us don't know our value to this world. Without us, this world does not go round. I'm not even talking about the black inventors who have made you being online right now possible. You understand what I'm saying? So please share this. Let your children know. We make this fucking world go round. I'm going to tell you how black exploitation, oppression, and subjugation has been perfected against black people. You see, rich black people, I'm talking about the millionaires, that are about maybe 1% of the population, they're not concerned with the issues that affect the middle class. You understand? And now the middle class, the people who worked hard, twice as hard, to get themselves out of poverty, once they become middle class, they get a little too comfortable. Now they're not concerned about the poor class. You understand? Now, the people at the bottom, they're struggling themselves, so they have no choice but to battle other black people, or you're Jamaican, you're African, you're Haitian, because they're fighting for position. The white people who are pulling the strings understand this. So they have us not just ignoring each other's needs, but we're also fighting each other on their behalf. You understand what I'm saying? So this blueprint that they've had in place for so long, over 400 years now, continues to work to perfection because black people refuse to address the root of the problem. The root of the problem is easy. It's called unity. You understand? But we refuse to unite. We're always fighting reasons to divide ourselves. We always want to say, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm different from you. Meanwhile, your oppressor, they collude and understand exactly what they all have to do collectively to keep you oppressed. Wake the fuck up. Grand Rising. As black people, we're always looking for leadership because we feel powerless and voiceless. We want folks to risk their livelihood, their careers, their family, and everything else to speak on our behalf. Dr. King, his net worth was almost nothing when he died, except for the generosity of Harry Belafonte and a few other actors who helped him and his family to purchase life insurance and so on. Malcolm X, same thing. He was at the mercy of the Nation of Islam, died penniless. Kaepernick lost his career for taking a stance for black people. Kyrie Irving was punished, and so many others. But we've done nothing to support these people. You understand? We spend $1.3 trillion a year empowering the people that oppress us. Gucci, Louis, Lamborghini, whatever. You know, all the things that black people love to brag about that they don't own. That's where we waste the $1.3 trillion. I say all this because we must understand we can't have leadership if we don't support the leaders financially, because these people have livelihoods. I myself, I have kids. I have to put them in a house. You know, I have to take care of them. I have to take care of myself. I try to launch Free Black World. Everybody keeps saying congrats. But congrats doesn't launch a company. You understand? I'm appreciative for the few of you who have supported my endeavors. We complain about TikTok, Instagram, but we're constantly on there supporting it. You understand? Few people have gone to Free Black World, but it takes money. I don't ask anybody for anything for free. I've written these books. People like to say congrats about the books, but you haven't read them. So you're not really getting the education. And you're not really supporting financially, because if the books are sold, then I'm in a better position to make Free Black World competitive with TikTok and Instagram. And we have to understand that part of it. We can't waste our money with the people who oppress us, then we keep complaining about them. You understand? We're spending $1.3 trillion annually with Gucci, Louis Vuitton, things that we cannot afford, or we shouldn't be able to afford, but we force ourselves to afford them. Meanwhile, the people you want to help you, you want to be the voice for you, you want them to risk their careers, you want them to risk their livelihood, and without any compensation. You understand? Leadership does not work that way. You can look at the leaders in every other community. They're supported financially by their communities. So when they take a stance on something, they don't have to back down. They don't have to become anybody's puppets. We need to learn and understand that. Y'all have a good one. Whenever these colonizers, imperialists, start to create a campaign about countries in Africa and the Caribbean that are extremely poor, they want to engineer your mind into believing there's nothing to be stolen in these countries. If Africa is so poor, how come France has been extorting Africa out of $500 billion annually for the last 50-something years? You understand what I'm saying? The rice industry in Haiti was solely destroyed by Bill Clinton because they wanted to force Haitians to buy rice from Arkansas. The pig industry in Haiti, same thing. America forced Haitian farmers to kill all their pigs so they would buy pigs from America. The list goes on. Ironically, decrepit Joe Biden last night mentioned John Lewis. I met with John Lewis. I own a real estate investment company in Atlanta. I met with him to discuss developing the black community to put black people back into their communities. John Lewis turned his back on me. Instead, he opened the floodgate for white people to come in and build houses that would price black people out of their own community. The same thing they're doing to Haiti now. They want to use Kenyan troops to go to Haiti because they want black people to be able to point to other black people that's destroying them. Same thing with Rwanda and the Congo. I've been to Rwanda. I used to brag about Rwanda. Rwanda is being used as a proxy to attack the Congo. Y'all have to learn the truth, man. Y'all have to learn these people's history so you understand, we're facing a demise that we can change only if we unite. Wake up.
Another US-backed and funded occupation of Haiti, and that will be lended a blackface by Kenya, is one of the worst ideas I've heard for a while.
Me too.
Me three.
The Kenyan police are notoriously violent and have a history of working in collusion with gangs, not disrupting them at home in Kenya.
They can't help us.
Haiti has been occupied multiple times, and every time the situation seems to get worse.
Facts.
The crisis today is a direct result of the Brazil-led UN occupation from 2004 to 2017.
Well, you didn't know that?
Haiti doesn't need foreign forces.
No.
It needs the IMF to stop choking them to debt.
That hard.
They don't need structural adjustment programs.
No.
They need health and aid workers, debt relief, and the ability to grow their own food.
He gets it.
In the 70s, Haiti was self-sufficient in rice production.
That's actually true. Wait, there's more.
Now it buys 82% of its rice from the US.
Okay, that makes no sense. Let him finish.
When will the US stop suffocating Haiti, carrying out coups, backing dictatorships and crushing their economy?
That's what we want to know.
This mission is a human rights disaster in the making, just like all the previous ones.
Well, I think it's obvious who's responsible.
Grand Rising. The extremity that black people have gone through to shine a bright light on their struggles around the world is unbearable sometimes. I know a lot of y'all are paying attention to this U.S. soldier who happens to be white, who set himself ablaze in front of the U.S. Embassy in Israel so he can bring attention to the situation in Palestine. But way before he was doing that, black people were setting themselves ablaze in Haiti. Just recently in November, a Congolese set himself ablaze.
basically committing suicide so he can get the world's attention on what's going on in the Congo, the genocide that is being committed against the Congolese people by the United States, France, Britain, and all the other imperialists. I'm not comparing or contrasting the two situations, but we have to understand the role that racism plays. Even when somebody has to be extreme, in their position to show the world what white imperialism is doing to the world. Zionism, the U.S. government, the French, the British, imperialism, they're all synonymous. They are the terrorists of the world. They're the ones that are creating and forcing people into genocide. You understand what I'm saying? But we should be mindful that what's happening in Palestine is not in nowhere equal to the amount of people that are dying in the Congo and across Africa. You understand what I'm saying? Just because a white guy decides, hey, I'm going to set myself ablaze because I see black people do it, it doesn't mean one is more important than the other. You understand what I'm saying? White imperialism must end. But white people must be aware of it. And I'm glad this dude did this. I'm glad he set himself ablaze to bring light, to bring attention, whatever you want to call it, to the situation in Palestine. But remember, there are far more people dying around the world than in Palestine. And most of them are black people. And they're dying because of the greed of these imperialists. And we have to remember that. These imperialists, they attack people the minute they realize their resources to be gotten or stolen. Palestine is the situation in Palestine right now, a lot of y'all may not know, is because there's a lot of oil. It's a lot of stuff that Israel is trying to fight to keep, but the world is keeping it quiet, just like in the Congo or in Haiti. The world needs to be aware these people are killing people for resources. That's the only reason. It's white imperialism and greed.